What's happening, everybody? So I'm gonna try to make this fidget spinner again. See that? Um, this thing has been a pain in my ass. Tried it twice so far, and both times came out with something missing. So now I'm gonna melt the whole thing again and try it again. I'm gonna shut this camera off. You'll be looking through this one, and you can just kind of be a fly on the wall overhead and see what I got going on. Normally, I don't vent my pores, uh, although this time I got to try something different. I tried twice and I failed twice. So, what I'm told, the definition or a sign of insanity is repeating the same mistake over and over again and expecting different results. So, we're not going to do that. Removed from stage. All right, I got the overhead view. Get myself prepared. I'm tired of trying this thing over and over again. I don't know if many of you have noticed, but I generally don't do a pour, the same pour more than a couple of times. And of course, I got somebody texting me now that I've started a live stream. Let's see here. Who the All right, what do we got going on here? Is it still going? Because I just totally screwed up my deal. So I'm just getting my parting powder on here. I know I got 1 or 2 new subscribers, so I'll just kind of explain this as I go. I got to put the parting powder on my sand in my flask, so when I mate the other side to it, it doesn't stick. Pushing the mold down into the sand, right about halfway. I forgot to put the parting powder directly on my mold for some reason. It's okay. Got an exhaust fan running, so I take all the excess parting powder on there and just blow it off. running it through a sifter. Normally, the purpose of this is to catch any fine detail of the piece that I'm trying to catch a mold of. There's really no fine detail to this. At this point, I'm just making sure that there's no little bumps or pieces of silver or copper that may have gotten trapped in my sand that's touching the mold. Well, I won't get a real good casting of the mold. The sand is fine enough to catch my fingerprint if I wasn't wearing gloves. So any large piece of metal or anything that's in the sand will screw it up. If I actually pointed the camera down into my main tub with all my sand in it, you could actually see pieces of glitter in there. There's a lot of silver, just tiny little pieces. Try not to get my bald head in the shot. I'm just pressing the sand down to get it packed in tight. This will fill in the little holes on each side of the dice. I got her in print. What I'm going to do before I remove that is create my cavity for the sprue. And again, normally I don't add vents, but I think I'm going on this one. The reason I don't like adding vents, number one, I don't have to normally. A lot of people add vents to their pores, and it's not necessary most of the time. When you're trying to get the molten silver to flow uphill, because the flask is going to be standing up when I pour down in. So in order to get that to flow uphill from out here to fill that upper cavity, I have to have a place for gases to escape. The gases can escape. I don't know. This is a last ditch effort. Like I said in the title of this thing, this is attempt number 3. I don't like putting this many resources into one pour, number one, because every time I try this, it burns up more of my flask. Furnaces have a lifespan. Sand gets burnt. The first time I tried it, I made it so it poured straight down into only one of the dice. I got the exact same results as I did like I'm doing now, going into two different dice. So ultimately, if it makes any difference, it's going to be the vent that does it. Hope you can see what I'm trying to do here. There's that side. This side I'm not going to mess with too much. I'm not even going to actually touch the inside of the dice there. I'm going to get real close to it. But I'm not actually going to carve out the inside of the wall of it like I did the other side there. Nice imprint. Looks good. I got to get this at, oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, I got to create my vent. Just need a place for silver to flow through. and take my toothpicks and stab them straight through. Time to get the mold out. It's trying to take some of the sand up with it. Which would be okay if it happens. It's just going to create a little more cleanup for me. I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid it. There's some sand sticking up right now, so when I place this back down on top of it, it should all get put right back in place. Right where it belongs. Give it a little extra encouragement. And it fell right out. That's okay. It is okay by me. And I don't like making vents on my pores. There'll be more shit I gotta clean up later. See, a lot of people just think you have to vent, create vents, because the gas has to have a place to escape to. Sometimes sand is porous, gases can escape. All right, here's the two halves. In the toaster oven they go. I got a toaster oven off to the side here, and it's going to be set to about 250 degrees. Shit, I almost forgot. One other thing I like to do is just clean up the edges. That way, if any sand gets caught in between where the two flasks mate, that'll create a gap. So we don't want that. Good to go. $250 degrees. We got the silver sitting over here in the crucible. I don't know if you can see that. Get these sweaty ass gloves off my hands. This one's got a hole in the fingertip, so that's trashed. So the on-off switch on this furnace is pretty much hit the bottom. The last time I turned it on, I think it took 6 or 7 tries before it actually came on. So now the on-off switch is this outlet in my wall over here. One of these days, I got to get back to PMC Supply where I bought it so they can fix it for me. Or no, where I bought this one from PMC Supply. Big E143 bought that one from PMC Supply, and he sold it to me because the dude is a fucking saint. And gave me one hell of a deal. These are not cheap. Not cheap at all. So I'm running up to 1945 degrees Fahrenheit. And you may as well go grab yourself a beer, popcorn, go take a piss, because it's going to be about 20 minutes before it gets up to temperature. $19.45. All right. So there's not going to be a whole lot happening here or here or here. So I'm going to go grab a coffee, maybe a beer, and take a piss. I can't pause the stream because it's live streaming. So yeah, start hitting fast forward right about now until you see something move again. Just at 500 degrees. That thing jumps fast. Now, the cost of this furnace. Let me see here. When I bought mine, March 24th, 2023, it cost me a total of $626.35. And then I realized I had made the wrong order. I ordered a 10 kilogram crucible size furnace, and I needed, or not kilogram, 10 ounce, which I didn't know they measure by gold. The 10 ounce crucible is only like that big, and the one I needed was much, much bigger. So they made me wait not too long. And for an additional $82 I got. So this one in the long run cost me $708. Yeah. $700. Not cheap. And then you get the crucibles. This one's set aside for copper. I've used that for silver many, many times. But once it starts breaking down inside, nope. Set it aside for copper. And it never gets used for silver again, obviously, because I don't want that cross-contamination. People will put one of my pores on a Sigma and be like, what the fuck are you selling me, dude? This is not pure. Well, this is how I avoid that. Keep newer crucibles. Don't mix metals. Yeah. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Go grab yourself a bowl, a beer. Kick your dog. Do whatever it is you want to do. No, don't kick your dog. Kick your wife. Kick your kid. Don't kick the dog. Dog can't protect itself. At least the wife and kid can argue that. Don't listen to me. I talk a lot of shit. I make jokes to hide the pain. Okay, I'll stop talking. You know what? Fucking beer sounds really good right about now. I'll be right back. Cheers. I had my girlfriend pick me up a 6-pack. I think that was about 2-3 weeks ago. After this one, I still got 4 left. Not a big drinker. Oh, I'm over here. Hello. Feels good to sit down. Walking back is killing me. I really, really want to get this done because when I do, it's already got a home. And everyone I've made so far has helped grow my stack. I haven't sold any. Somebody local here, guy I started actually buying from locally, he got the first one and told me that one would be going to a buddy of his that plays in the World Series of Poker. Although his son saw it and admired it, so I think his son ended up with it. The second one I made went to another buddy of his, and I'm trying to make this one for that same person. He said he wanted one of each. I think I'm going to need to order more fidget spinners. Ultimately, I haven't really released them on my channel because Wounded Warriors is coming up. Now, the poker, I'm most likely going to be donating the one with the cards on it. That's the one everybody else is recommending I do so. I put that one up and a star-shaped one up. Everybody's saying cards. So it'll most likely be the cards style. I kind of screwed the pooch a little bit because I don't want to undercut Wounded Warrior and start distributing them to anybody in the community that wants one when Wounded Warrior could make more off of it. Which is ultimately why I'm trying to keep them local right now. But at the same time, if somebody did offer me a price that I'd be stupid to refuse, then, well, I'm not going to be stupid. But again, this one's got a home. If it fills out, I really hope it does. I should have my St. Joseph. I just watched this thing on how they used to cast bells, and they always had they lit candles for St. Joseph, so he could oversee and bless the poor. I actually have a little St. Joseph statue. Not real religious. I also have a Buddha up on my wall, so that should tell you something. I don't follow really any. Just kindness. And it took me a long time to find that. I know I babble a lot. Which is kind of odd because I don't really go live and bullshit with people like I used to anymore. Sometimes I have a hard time keeping conversation. Yeah. I absolutely love that other people enjoy the things I make. Things that I like. If somebody else likes them too, awesome. I'm totally willing to share. Pretty much anything but my old lady. Share anything. I don't care. Temperature reached 169, 170, or I'm sorry, 1969, 1970 degrees. Now it's slowly starting to drop back down, which tells me the silver is just starting to melt. It's set to 1945. It's at 1964. The furnace just pushes power and continues to try to get hotter until it reaches at 1945. By the time it reaches at 1945, it's already pushed plenty of power into it, and it's got to basically reach its peak. Those. Yeah, that silver's good and melted right now. All right, you don't need, well, no, this one don't need to be here. Removed from stage. Gonna need them. Warm up the tongs a little bit on top of the furnace. All right. Bring the temperature down to 0 and do the pour as fast as I can. One quick dump. They cover the vents with the tampons. I hope. Lamps. Really, really hope not. I don't think I did. Smoke came out the vents. That's a good sign. Took me a long time to get used to the smell of burning Petrobond. Now it's gotten to the point where sometimes I don't realize how bad it is in here. If I opened up this flask right now, my smoke detector would be going off if it was hanging on the wall. Fuck it. Oh, yeah. There's one in here. It's just not up on the wall at the moment. I don't want smoke to come barreling out of the flask, so I'm just leaving it sit there for a minute. It's gonna smoke. There's no way of avoiding it. Moment of truth. Aha, still can't see it. Oh, that's a good sign. I think I got it. Chunk of silver. Ooh, chunk of silver. I'm gonna go quench this thing in my tumbler. Hold on a second. Bent it a little bit while drying it off. That's okay. It'll bend right back straight. When I throw it in the tumbler, that work hardens it anyway. It's like I got it. See how it looks when it's finished. Smells the camera. Corner of this one right here. It's got me a little concerned. It's the same corner, same one, that keeps not built back. Yeah. Yeah. Check out what I got going on. All right. This is a piece. It's poured in from here. I don't know if you can see at the tip of my finger, little black spot. That little black spot is a cavity. I'm going to clean it up. I think I can make this look pretty decent and function. Yeah. Third attempt. Still not exactly sure how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to show this to the guy that I'm working on it for. See what he thinks. But I think I want to be done with this one. I know I can get the bearing fitting in there real nice. I already got the caps made for it to squeeze into it. So, see how it looks. All right. Much love, everyone. I'll talk to y'all soon. That's it. Where the hell's the camera? There we go. I'm my own worst critic, so yeah, I'm having issues with it. I don't know. We'll see. Much love, everyone.